Hi guys, this is June because it's born in June. Welcome to my amazing life today. So in today's video, we are back to basic. I'm going to teach you what are the tips and tricks that I personally use in order to build meaningful and new friendship all over the internet, whether it's via Facebook or from LinkedIn as well. Okay, so here I am going to give you 5 tips. So the tip number 1. If let's say you want to actually make new friends, you will be the person who need to take the initiative and be the icebreaker. But a lot of people, they are reluctant to take the first step because they have been adding friends like crazy in their Facebook and their LinkedIn, and they forget the part where there must be a connection need to be, right? So this is the tips and tricks that I personally use. Whenever someone actually accepted my friend request, or whenever I accept a friend request of someone else, right, I will be the one who send a first message to them is like an icebreaker kind of message. So this icebreaker message, I always love to make it a little bit funny, and I love it to like we have a small chat, have a small ask, and then task will bring me to the small chat. Like what kind of small ask I'm referring to? The small ask can be as simple as, hey, I'm from Malaysia, what about you? Or you can actually check on their profile before texting them and say, let's say they are actually living, they are maybe living in the States, and recently they have been into this event, and the events involve a lot of animals. So you can just find something that is common traits between you guys and then mention that in the chats, because it will give people a genuine feeling that you are actually want to make a genuine friendship with them. Like, because I've come across with so many people who friend me, but then firstly, they did not actually send a message to me. They did not tell me where they know me from. And then it seems like they add me to sell me stuff. So whenever I have this kind of feeling, the tendency of me replying is it will be lesser, right? So this will be the tips that you need to go through. Just try to find out something that is in common between you guys. Maybe you guys are in the same group. It can be like a same Facebook group, or you guys are following a same person. Like maybe I'm a follower of Tony Robbins, so I really love to read his book, and then I actually met this person actually from a group where we share a common interest. Then I will just bring it up. Or if let's say I check his or her profile, I realize I really love this stuff that I personally is also passionate as well. So I'll also mention that in our chats. Alright, so that's the tip number 1, be the icebreaker. Tip number 2, showing curiosity in interest in other people's life. This is so important. Like this is actually, if let's say you have read Dale Carnegie books before, it's how to win friends and influence people. We have to show genuine interest in other people's life, then only other people will be showing their interest in our life. So how do you get all this kind of information? It's very simple. It's other people's Facebook profile or their LinkedIn profile as well. So all you need to do is just to do a little bit kind of research to see what kind of events they have attended to, or what kind of books they are reading right now. Okay? So the third one. This one is very simple. Seek for advice and opinion. It's like I make a new friends, and then we say hi to each other, and then I realize that this girl, she's very good in Instagram. She's very good in terms of maybe managing her YouTube. So I'll actually send a message to say, hey, I saw that you are really good at managing Instagram, and I'm actually just starting out. So I would like to seek for advice. So what are the top tips that you'll give me in order to make sure that my Instagram is as successfully as you are? So when someone is being asked for their opinion and their feedback, people will have a good feeling about themselves. So guess what? You are the person who is making them to feel good. And then that's number 1, which you brings a very strong connection there. And then from number 2, you are actually taking away with the knowledges. You have no idea. There are so many people out there, they have like good information sharing, but then they are just not given the avenue to do that. So why not that you give them the avenue so that you can learn new things, as well as you can build a really meaningful friendship there, right? So that's tip number 3, seek for advice and opinion. Tip number 4, offer sincere compliment. All right, let me talk about sincere. The compliment must be sincere. So when was the last time that you actually received a compliment that you felt like this is like a copy and paste, it's like a machine, and then this person actually said the same thing to everyone else? So what makes sincere compliment versus insincere compliment? To me, it's like whether the person actually take genuine interest in what I am doing, whether this person actually follow through and actually take time to read some of my content or even seen my video before. This one we can definitely know. So that's where that's where that you can able to build that kind of friendship while giving a sincere compliment. It can be very simple. Like, let's say I'm actually checking out a new friend, and then I seen that he has been really consistent in producing really quality content. Now I'll just send a message, say, hey, you know what, I check out your profile and I seen there are a lot of really great contents you gave inside. So can I know, yeah, this is the like compliments, right? Part number 1. And part number 2, I ask a question, can I know how long it takes for you like every day in order to prepare such a content? Because I've been struggling and I want to be as consistent as you. So I actually combine 2 tips together. First, I say hi, and then secondly, I offer sincere compliments and I ask for some advice and feedback, and that's where I learned something as well. Right, that's tip number 4, right? So offer sincere compliment. Tip number 5, self-disclosure, and then ask back. Okay, what do I mean by self-disclosure? Remember, self-disclosure have to be little by little. So what do I mean? Have you ever been to a party that you just newly know this friend, and then you just ask a very simple question, oh, where do you live? And then this person keep on talking about his or her life for another 5 minutes or so, and then you feel like you want to roll eye. So I have been into this party as well. So I'm sure that a lot of people been through met this kind of person as well. But then I do not blame them, because maybe they just haven't learned and mastered tips and tricks in order to communicate well, right? In order to communicate with new friends well. So this is when we are doing self-disclosure. Is like when I meet you for the very first time, I'll probably ask, hey, so where do you stay? I will probably say, oh yeah, I live in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur. It's like a very beautiful city. Stop. You need to ask back. So how about you? Like, which city you stay? And then that person will talk, oh, I'm from Australia, and then I stay in Melbourne. And then this person will ask me back, oh yeah, how is it like in Kuala Lumpur right now and everything, right? So this is a very healthy conversation where I self-disclosure a little bit. And then I ask back, so that there's a conversation going on, meaning there's a go and fro, right? However, if let's say you're making mistakes, is that you talk about so many stuff about 1 minute, and then it's very hard to carry on the conversation. Does it make sense? So that's why I always have a little bit self-disclosure, because self-disclosure invites the other party to disclose about themselves as well, and then we always ask back, so that this conversation can carry on until there will be a point of time people ask you, so tell me, what do you do? Then you can talk about, oh yeah, I help entrepreneurs to actually know how to get started and everything. You don't have to disclose the full stuff, right? Because if let's disclose too much about it, people feel like you're too salesy. So carry on a conversation. Remember, no matter whether you're watching this video is actually for personal development or it's actually for your closing sales purpose, everything back to basic. People buy services or products from someone whom they trust, whom they felt like genuine, whom they felt like they take serious interest in their lives. So that's why we are taking this video, is because everything have to be back to basic. You need to know how to master the skill in actually get to know a new friend, and then not to feel like to be as helpful as possible, and not to let them feel like you're very fake. You just want to sell them stuff. So that's why this video, you are going to take away 5 tips. So let me summarize what you have learned today. Remember, tip number 1, be the icebreaker. So find a common things between you guys so that you can actually bring it up in your chats, right? Tip number 2, show curiosity and interest in other people's life, and people will also show their interest in your life. Tip number 3, seek for advice and opinions, because why not? You learn something new and then you build a very meaningful relationship. Tip number 4, offer sincere compliments. And tip number 5, self-disclosure. Remember, do not disclose too much about yourself, and then remember to ask back. That's where the healthy conversation will kickstart. All right. So that's all with my sharing today. I hope that you guys love it. If let's say you're watching in my Facebook Live, feel free to click follow me. It's somewhere bottom here, so that whenever the next time I go live, you'll be notified via the notification. If let's say you are watching from YouTube, feel free to subscribe my channel somewhere here and there. And then I have tons of video that can actually help you. And then you can hop on to my YouTube channel. And then in my YouTube channel, I'm going to separate them into like a different playlist, right? So I also have a Facebook group it's called Amazing Group. You can go to www.amazingstory.co, as well as do remember to get my book. It's called Client Magnet Machine Blueprint. I'm going to teach you how you can transform your social media, including your Facebook and LinkedIn, in order to get unlimited likes, unlimited free leads, sales, and clients for business without any ad spends. So that's all with my sharing today. I look forward to see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye.